What's up, guys? This is Cory. Welcome to CNA Films and Animation. Today is Monday, and welcome to this week's Viewer Requested Monday. This week, I had a viewer request that I review Grandma's Boy, the 2006 Happy Madison production comedy from director Nicholas Goosen. And this film starred Alex Covert, Doris Roberts, Nick Swardson. Jonah Hill has a small cameo in it. So does cameos from Happy Madison alumni Rob Schneider and David Spade. And several other people make up this interesting comedy. Yeah, I guess you could put it that way. The film follows Alex. He's a video game maker. He makes video games and he tests them out and all this, and he's making a video game of his own. And at the start of the film, he's evicted because his roommate spent all of his rent money for Saigon hookers, and therefore he was evicted and he had to find a place to live. So he goes to Nick Swardson's place, and after a not very funny bad situation, he ends up living with his grandmother, who has two other roommates. And he hangs out with his friends, he smokes pot, and pretty much just kind of is living the life. And a young woman comes to the company that he works at to work there, basically, and he starts falling for her, and turns out that she's just as wild as he is, and I guess comedy ensues. So what did I think of this film? Well, this film for me was kind of a mixed bag of humor. There are definitely some funny moments in this film, but not all of them really worked for me. I would say that the second half was a lot stronger than the first half, and the comedy really was slow to pick up. I mean, it was very forced in the beginning. Alex's character, he's kind of an everyday kind of guy, I guess. He has weird, over the top friends. Nick Swardson kind of plays a 8-year-old and an 8-year-old in an adult body. He has a friend who is a drug dealer and gets into all sorts of wacky situations. And he helps around the house with his grandmother and her roommates and stuff. And really the humor in this film doesn't really pick up until about halfway through the film. And it's really just a bunch of very humorous situations. The funniest character in this film is his drug dealer friend, known as Dante. And some of the stuff that he gets himself into and just does is very funny. I found myself laughing pretty hard on some of his antics. And, there was a party scene in the second half that was very humorous, because some characters were under the influence, if you will, and it made for some pretty big laughs. But that really was about it when it came to the humor. The first half tried a little too hard, I felt, and there's some jokes that here and there that worked in the second half, but those were like some of the bigger moments that I shared with you. There was a character in this film named JP, something like that. He was very annoying. I know he was trying to be, he kind of acts like a robot or something, and I didn't like his character. He was kind of the jerk in the film, but at the same time, the filmmakers are trying to make you sympathize with him. I didn't like him. He was a little too over the top, a little too on the weird side for me. I just found him more annoying than anything else. I could tell that Doris Roberts and her roommates had a lot of fun playing the elderly roommates in this film. They brought in a lot of good laughs, and this film it's all right. I can definitely see where this would have a bigger crowd. I'm not really in that crowd group, but I did laugh often enough to say that I would recommend it, kind of, if you're into pot jokes and, just kind of childish humor, which is to be expected with any Happy Gilmore films. But yeah, this, like I said, isn't a bad film. It's just one that isn't really for me. But I did enjoy myself to a point. So I'm just going to say that I recommend it. If you're into that type of thing, then I'm sure you'll love this. If not, then it's probably a skip. But just kind of know what you're getting into when you start it. I'm going to give Grandma's Boy a 6.8 out of 10. So tell me, guys, have you seen Grandma's Boy? If you have, what'd you think of it? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Comment below, let me know. Love to hear your feedback. If you guys like this review, be sure to like, favorite, subscribe. Be sure to check out our other videos. Be sure to check us out on Facebook and Twitter. And as always, I'm Cory, and I will see you guys in the next one.